Thank goodness for technology because it told me my mic was muted. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for the very first day in the official Destination Elevated Lifted Lodging 420 by 420 fundraiser. This has been a long time coming. We are kind of in the home stretch right now for acquiring a property in upstate New York. We have embarked on this journey so far about a little over a year ago. We started this visualization into what a safe, healing travel resort could potentially look like for us, for the BIPOC community, for the LGBTQ community. And of course, for the Canna Forward community. So we're very excited to update our current flame keepers. We're excited to share this project with those of you who may not know about it as of yet. And we'll be on for the next hour doing just that. So I'm going to give people some time to get on. I'm also going to check that everything is streaming correctly where it should be. That way we get as much visibility as possible. So again, I thank you for those of you who are here early. Always helpful. Feel free to grab some tea, grab some water. Hopefully you have a little bit of time. And if you don't, hopefully you'll have time to replay this later. We will be recording and sharing. So let me take a look here. Make sure we're good to go on YouTube. What do we have? Interesting. All right. Forgive me and tech. Like a lot of people my age. What do we have here? All right. So I am now checking to make sure we're good here. Interesting. Okay. It looks like it's streaming. So perfect. It's just not on the stream I thought it was, but that's all right. You live and you learn. This is our first day doing this, and trying to do this through StreamYard, but very interesting. Hey, okay, great. We have some people in here. Okay, High Garden Development in the house. Thank y'all. All right, y'all. But yes, we're just gonna chill. We're going to learn all about this exciting, and I don't want to keep calling it a project. Honestly, this is a vision that formulated from many people's lives and many people's journeys who are involved with this project. It is more of a community endeavor. For those of you who have been following Destination Elevated, you hopefully are aware of, some of the things that we do. Our mission is to identify safe travel destinations and journeys for people of color, BIPOC folk, Latina, LGBTQ women. That is our mission first and foremost. So when we were presented with the opportunity to work with Lifted Lodging and High Garden Development, we were very enthusiastic about the possibilities. They bring to the table a wonderful team, Foxhole Hospitality being one of the very wonderful partnerships that we've established, and been able to get just so much fantastic information about ownership and property acquisition, and how to go about those things. So again, our team is extremely experienced. What we bring to the table is the vision, the travel knowledge. Again, if you've been following Destination Elevated, we hopped in our 38-foot travel trailer and zigzagged up and down the United States, identifying safe travel spaces and destinations. And, we had the time of our lives. It wasn't all gravy, but it was definitely the time of our lives. And we were able to develop a lot of travel knowledge and resources and experience from that. And even working with the van lifers and experiencing that community, just experiencing what it's like to literally be mobile 24/7. So in doing these things, again, we were able to put together travel resources, and we were able to share that with the community. On our website, we also identify different traveling or travel groups throughout the US to get involved with, who, do their own thing. So there's lots of LGBTQ groups on there, Black travel groups, lesbian travel groups, all types of stuff. So again, the idea is that the outdoor spaces are for everyone, right? Everyone should be able to experience wellness as their whole selves. And wellness goes hand in hand with the outdoor spaces, with the green spaces. And then also, of course, with travel, right? Travel is a big part of us developing and evolving as people, right? And not to say, again, travel is a privilege, right? It's something that not everyone is afforded. So when we do go to spend our travel dollars in places, we want to do it with businesses and with people that we know have our best interests at heart, and who are putting things, practices, community standards into place to keep those spaces safe and open and welcoming and actually inclusive, for those travelers, for those guests, whether they're international travelers or, local. So again, that was very, and continues to be very important to us as we enter this space, right? So we're taking all of that with us, of course, into our partnership with Lifted Lodging and High Garden Development. And again, these have been some wonderful people that we've been getting to know over the last few years. We were able to visit several properties together as we continued these conversations. And for some of you who may be watching this, you again may have already contributed. Maybe you're one of our flame keepers, our early contributors from last year. So welcome to your update session. Also sent out some emails and things like that to get you guys caught up. But nevertheless, again, we have some amazing updates for you. I already said in the beginning that, we are actually partnering with Lifted Lodging for this. And we're currently looking with this 420 by 420 goal. Let me explain that. Finally. So 420 by 420, we're looking for 420 donors. That's it. 420 donors to donate or contribute anywhere from $42 to $420. That $420 market actually gets you enrolled as a member. It gets you a membership, once we launch the resort this year. So that's all we're looking for. Very simple goals, right? 420 donors. That sounds like super easy to me. I know like each of you watching this knows like 10 to 20 people who are all about safe travel spaces, who are all about safe consumption spaces, right? Because that is, of course, a big part of what we're doing here with Lifted Lodging as well. We want to destigmatize cannabis use in tourism and in luxury and hospitality spaces, right? So again, if that's something that resonates with you, if that's something that, may resonate with people in your community, we of course are looking for, promotional partners in this, right? And looking to identify, some ways that this can mutually benefit the communities that we work with. Not only that, again, we're doing this in the state of New York, but the brands that we want to work with out there. As soon as I posted the promo today, actually, for the fundraiser, someone immediately reached out. I have a product that I think would be great for any luxury cannabis, wellness, hospitality space. And, they want to set up a meeting. And that is just wonderful. That's exactly what we're looking for. We're not just looking for contributions, even though that's a big part of getting us launched and super helpful. But, even if you'd like to join us in partnership in the future, I highly suggest reaching out, shooting us an email, destinationelevatedtravel@gmail.com. You can also visit our website. The project for this is destinationelevatedresort.com, and you can find information. We're still doing some updates. Again, for those of you who joined us initially, we were looking at a different property earlier in the year, and we, of course, informed you all that might change, right? Things happen along the lines when it comes to these things. And once we do our due diligence and then also adequately, factor in other options, we decided this was the best route for Destination Elevated and for us to be able to obtain, our first resort. This resort is half the cost of the initial one we proposed, but still has like 99.9% of the amenities. I think the only thing it doesn't have is like the outdoor sauna, which we intend to build. That's super easy to put together. So we're good with that. That is my cat. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Sorry, guys. My cat wants to get out and he's all the way over there. Pop up. Can we not right now? Sorry for the interruption. I'm going to ignore it and maybe it'll go away for a little bit. Probably not, y'all. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Well, where'd I go? Okay, there we go. Sorry for the interruption. Cat's gonna be a cat, So yeah, there's many ways that we can work together. We actually received our first $42, well, it was actually $50 donation, but the 42 is significant. Shout out to V. I just gotta say again, like we talk about, connections and the universe and how it just brings people together. And let me tell you, I don't know that I would have met Lisa and Lifted Lodging had I not interviewed them through a contract that I had with V, the traveling cannabis writer. Like, the world is so I don't even want to call it small. It's big, but when you are actually manifesting your vision, it becomes a lot smaller because your future becomes a lot closer. And I fully believe that. Even as I sit here, V is actually over in Thailand and has learned so much about just working with her. I've learned so much about Thailand, and what they have going on there with their cannabis laws and opportunities. So I say that to say, you never know where life is going to lead you. So you never know who's going to connect you, and you never know when, So life is just beautiful like that. I'm super everything, but I'm really ecstatic. I'm trying to change my language up a little bit, but when you get excited, just again about this journey that we're on together. My partner, Rochelle Sanchez, I know y'all see her on here with me sometimes as well. She'll be joining us later, actually. Rochelle's going to be digging into every day with y'all a little bit about what regenerative agriculture looks like. So as part of the plan, right? We really wanted to get into some farm to table activities, with our restaurant. And I'm going to get into, what the amenities are in just a minute, but the farm to table aspect was important to us. And then also working with other local farms in the area to be able to deliver that experience, a new experience every time, but something exciting. So yeah, farm to table, agritourism is going to be very, very big as well. We're going to be working in some projects and some events. So that's going to be really fun. Yeah, let me tell you about the amenities that we have going on here. And let me know if, once I switch this screen, let me know if you can't see me or something. I think we should be okay though. Hi, Garden Development. I can't wait to eat at the restaurant and eat local NY farm ingredients. Yes, that part. Because, we don't have to make everything ourselves. We're going to be partnering with, the local farms and markets and things like that. And, producers to bring you guys a very curated experience. It's going to be amazing. And the restaurant, first of all, what I'm most excited about, Lisa, especially since you're on here, is the fact that we are on a lake, right? We're on Black Lake. There is a dock, and boats can literally just pull up and just come to lunch. How wonderful is that? How dreamy is that? So I'm really looking forward to that, working out that aspect of our delivery. That's going to be really fun. Okay. You guys should be good. Hopefully you can see me. All right. So yeah, I let you guys know about the resort. The resort, it's in the Thousand Islands region near Syracuse, New York. So it is further north than the original we were looking at. To me, I look at that as it's more secluded, it's more exclusive. So I'm down for it. You can literally see Canada from the location that we're at, which is also cool. I'm going to get into a little bit about, some potential partnerships, some Canadian partnerships we're going to get into as well, being able to go back and forth across that lake. So that's going to be exciting. But yes, so as I mentioned, is a lakefront luxury lodging, right? Not just lodging. We're really working with some amazing teams to bring you that luxury feel and experience, even beyond this glamping phenomena that's happening. But nevertheless, beautiful views, beautiful aesthetics. We're working, again, this resort is already in existence, but we are going to be taking over, rebranding, building some of our own things. So yeah, we're really excited to do that and take over this summer. So plant-based wellness programming. If you are a wellness provider in some way, we invite you out. We were really looking forward to creating memberships that resonate specifically with event organizers. So we're looking forward to booking some retreats with y'all. Again, the on-site regenerative farm-to-table dining, curated retreats that are designed for rest, healing, and community. And then, of course, we're right on the water, so there'll be lots of boating, fishing, and water sports. And we intend to have a lot going on at the resort, so you really don't even have to leave. Again, that's the idea, for you to come and rest and just enjoy yourself. So yes, this is phase one that we are continuing on with the 420 by 420. So that means, again, 420 donors, literally by 420. And we're asking you to donate or contribute, I want to use the right verbiage, at a minimum level of $42, right? If you contribute at a level of 420 or more, that actually activates you for various memberships that we have for you all. So you can definitely go ahead and check that out. I'm going to actually copy and paste the link into the chat because I'm not sure if it automatically went in there. when I loaded this up. So let me make sure y'all have that. If not, I'll post it on this video later in the comments. But yes, the first 420 contributors are going to be looked at as our founding members. So you'll have some very exclusive benefits that are, again, only accessible to our founding members, and nothing can ever change that. Our first 420 is our first 420. Oh, and then also important, if you are someone who is interested in this project, but want to find out more information, you want to contribute right now, but maybe later on you would be interested in looking into some investment options with us, then you can actually transfer what you contributed into your investment option, if that makes any sense. It will be almost like a credit. So again, if this is something that you're looking to do a little bit more with, get a little bit more involved with, we are happy to schedule a call and share some additional information with you. But feel free to contribute at this level now. And then again, we'll credit you for later on for any larger contributions that you may make. But yes, this has been a long time coming. It's bigger than just a resort for us, for us personally, myself and Rochelle. If you know the stats, if you know the facts about ownership within hospitality and tourism spaces, we own, last I checked, it was less than 11%, right, of ownership in hospitality and tourism spaces. But the actual workforce within the hospitality and tourism spaces is comprised of over, I want to say 70% of Black and Brown folk. So, there's obviously a huge disparity there. So this is, again, just bigger than just cannabis. This is about representation. This is about us being able to fulfill that need to actually have tourism spaces that are owned and operated by people of color, by LGBTQ folk. All right, accessibility, representation is everything. You said, I do not see that High Garden development. Oh, the link, because I didn't put it in yet. I'm about to put it in right now. I got to talking, But yes, you all can contribute at any point. If you are watching this through YouTube, the link is actually in the information, the details, the video details. And it is a Square site, just so you don't think it's sus or anything. That's legit. So let me go ahead and paste this in here. Oh my gosh, it's a very long link. That's not the one I want to share, but it's the one that's making me share. And honestly, yeah, I know what to do. We don't want a redirect link. We just want the actual link. There we go. So that right there will take you some more information about this fundraiser, this project. Again, our total goal right now for this phase is 10K with a daily goal of 1K. If we could get half that would be super dope and a great way to kick this off. But I'm very confident we can get to 1K. So yeah. If you have any questions about the contribution page, please let me know. Lots of information there. You can even find, let me pop that in actually. Information on what we're doing here, our mission, and some other information about the memberships. Okay, cool. There you go, destinationelevatorresorts.com. That's how you can find out a little bit more about us. But yes, we'll be hopping on every day from 1 to 2. And then again, from what did I have it down as? 7 to 8 to answer questions, to share more about this project piece by piece. There's so much to talk about. I didn't want to cram it all in, but you guys get the gist of it. Feel free to ask questions, concerns, any of those things. If you would like the link to schedule a meeting with us to have a one-on-one, happy to pop that in as well. Again, you can reach us at destination. Let me put this. destinationelevatedtravel@gmail.com. All right. Beautiful. All right. So we're doing good. We're streaming. You guys found us. That's half the battle. But yes, again, we are just thinking about the fact that we're about to relocate upstate New York and undergo like this whole makeover of this resort. It's quite exhilarating. You know, I'm big on like makeovers and things like that, but the resort itself is just like already good to go. It just has that beautiful wood aesthetic. I'm really looking forward to our partnerships and the types of luxury products we're going to be bringing in for you. Even working with local dispensaries in the area as well to bring you some top-notch things. Again, it's going to be amazing. And just being in a space, right, that is tailored and catered to the cannabis consumer. Like, how amazing is that? You know, not having to plan out like where you're going to go, what dark alley you're going to have to go into to roll up. You know, again, for us, it's about safety as well. We shouldn't have to hide. We should be able to consume as adults, right, responsibly. And having a space for that. And not just a space, what was I calling it earlier? A sanctuary. You know, when I think about this resort, I think of it as being a sanctuary. And I feel like there's nothing more to say. Like, you know, this is where you're going to come to unwind. This is where you're going to come to just be, you know, not even to do anything, to just be. And then if you want to do some things, you'll have some people, you know, around you, community around you. It'll be a super familial feel, and super exclusive as well. You know, our hope is that the people, the community that we build from this comes back year after year. You know, this is the go-to luxury cannabis resort in the Northeast, you know, point blank period. So yeah, that's what we're hitting for. That's the goal that we're going to achieve with your help, of course. You know, I'm just, it's wonderful to be able to say that many of the projects that we've embarked on, many of the events that we've done have all been community funded in some way. Community shows up. And when we first put this information out a year ago, y'all showed up. Y'all showed up when we were traveling in the trailer up and down the United States. Like, we had a fun going for that because that was self-funded outside of contributions that we received from outside sources. Like, there was no sponsorships for that journey. So again, like, our community definitely sticks together, definitely shows up for one another, despite what you may have heard. Like, you know, we're here for one another, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And I mean that with all of the intersections of identities that exist within me. My Black community, you know, the Latina community, women, queer, like, we literally show up for each other, and I love to see it. I absolutely do. And I thank you all so much for those of you who have already contributed as well. And with that, I actually want to give a quick shout out to some of our early contributors. Brittany Powell, thank you so much. We have Daniel and Lourdes Sanchez. Selma Zine, I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly. Catherine Attaway Brown. And then we have Veronica Castillo, who was our first contributor today. So again, thank y'all so much. We're forever. You guys are going to be engraved somewhere on the resort. Just know that, okay? But yes, this venture is all about, providing community spaces, a place for alternative thought and being. And, for many of us, that has been cannabis for so long, right? Just finding a people who are not going to judge you for consuming. And again, do we worry about it at this stage? Not so much, but that's a privilege, right? Depending on where you're at, that's a privilege. There are people who they still cannot come in from their work break smelling like cannabis. They can't do it, right? They can't self-medicate. There's lots of things that are in the way of them being able to, go about consumption in a safe and healthy way. So again, we feel for you. Even traveling, in the trailer as we zigzagged across the US, going from state to state, having to do the research ahead of time of, what states are we going to get hit with the book if we, bring some green, for our travels. Finding all that stuff out was really important to us. And we certainly documented it. But the law is the law at the end of the day. And again, we're grateful for where cannabis legislation is heading. We all have our qualms about how we're getting there, but I'm just glad we're getting there, so that's the silver lining for me. It's we're getting there. And for us, it's super important for us to be a part of that narrative, of that story in various ways. And not just, again, with dispensaries, really diving into, which we did with the cannabis tourism series at CUNY last year, diving into what cannabis tourism could really look like. You don't just have to be a dispensary or a farm or a white label, to benefit off of what is happening, becoming very strategic with partnerships and tapping into that tourism market, because it's a different market. It's a different approach that you have to take there. These are different types of partnerships. We're not just talking about, your local consumer. So tapping into those things as a business. And this year, we're actually continuing the series to, dive in deeper with that, the ins and outs, the opportunities. And of course, we're going to continue to talk about opportunities, with us, Destination Elevated, Lifted Lodging. Again, we are looking to connect with businesses and brands and experiences, maybe provide an experience, right? That would align with where we're going aesthetically with the resort. So again, feel free to reach out to us. Worst answer you can get is no, right? But no, I feel like most people in this space are very good at thinking outside of the box, right? And that's another reason why I love working, within the cannabis space. And I want to point out, Destination Elevated is not a cannabis brand. I know it's an assumption because of the elevated part, but I promise you that had nothing to do with it. I was literally talking about spiritual elevation when we came up with that, and the elevation that occurs from visiting destinations, that occurs through travel experiences. So that's where Destination Elevated came from. But again, when it comes to destigmatizing and not compartmentalizing pieces of us, even through our excursions and our content with Destination Elevated, you knew we were consumers. We didn't hide it. And again, that is a privilege we have. I always want to acknowledge that. But everyone doesn't have that opportunity. So yeah, Destination Elevated, not a cannabis brand, but cannabis adjacent. All about the wellness and the outdoors, the wellness we are blessed with from participating in outdoor activities, which again, not everybody has access to, for one reason or another, whether it's literally, physical limitations, travel limitations, or, limitations of the mind, because in reality, not all spaces are safe for, specifically people of color to travel, women to travel, LGBTQ folks to travel. That is just the reality of it. So again, important for us to identify, and then it went from identifying it to, why don't we provide this space? Why don't we provide this community that we want to see? And, Lisa and her team were very much so aligned and adjacent to, what we envisioned, and what, we were manifesting, for ourselves. So again, dope that we were able to meet the way we did just through work, right? We were able to interview Lisa about Lifted Lodging and her plans for that, her very unique membership structure, a lot of which we were merging at this point with our membership structure as well, to bring you guys some amazing, as a matter of fact, let me go through this real quick. So when we launch this summer, okay, supporters who contribute $420 or more are eligible to receive public recognition of your support on our official website and a permanent on-site plaque at the resort. You will also receive an exclusive invitation to our soft opening event before we formally open to the public, but you'll also be invited to the grand opening as well, of course. 15% off event space rentals at Destination Elevated / Lifted Lodging Resorts. And that goes across the board. So I just want to be clear, like, this is an acquisition that we're merging with Lifted Lodging to do this. But we do look forward to having more locations through our Destination Elevated resorts in the future, right? So 1 day and 1 night stay. So again, this is if you donate or contribute at the $420 level. So you can get 1 day, 1 night stay, complimentary day passes for self-guided day retreats for you and a guest. And then you'll also receive priority consideration for future investment and profit sharing opportunities as they become available. You'll have your initiation fee waived for new members. Again, this is membership-based, club-based, very exclusive, but very affordable and accessible. And we're going to talk about some of those accessibility points in a second as well. Remind me if I don't know. Digital membership wristlets. So we're getting a little digital. So we're going to be providing wristlets for on-site purchases and exclusive access. Again, only available to the members, and it allows you to purchase points to receive different services and products while you're on site at a discounted rate. All right. So I'm just looking at it like a discount bracelet. And then, of course, unlimited resort access. So that means, like, you don't have to book to come experience the resort. It's on the lake. You can participate in activities and things like that as a member. Don't have to do overnight stays or anything. And then you'll also receive, when you book with us, curated arrival gifts from our local and international partners. So again, those are just a few of the benefits that we've outlined for you once you contribute at the $420 level. Okay. So yeah, as far as the timeline goes, we're looking by July 2026. We anticipate closing on the property and immediately taking over the resort operations for the final transition in 2027. So as you can imagine, we're going to be having to do some rebranding and things like that, but that's not going to interrupt business. That's going to be flowing as usual. The season's already booked up. This is a place that people look forward to visiting seasonally. So they already have folk on the books. Wonderful. We're going to be taking the time again to make some aesthetic changes to the property that we feel are necessary to, bring that luxury feel to you all and to our members. All right. So I had talked about accessibility a little bit earlier. So one thing with the memberships, again, depending on what level you come in at, you can actually break up your membership over the course of a year. So it's not like some huge upfront investment, it's something that you can make payments on. We like to look at it as, basically prepaying for your vacation, which is definitely a wonderful concept, right? You just pay it up front, you know where you're going for the year, you know what activities you're doing. You have our concierge contact you to make sure that all of the activities and things you want to do are good to go. Again, already planned for you. That's the way I recommend traveling. So again, opportunities for accessibility for things like this. All right. So yeah, let me switch back over here. Cool. If you have any questions, please let me know. It's 1:44. So I intended on using this segment for questions and things like that. I popped the donation link there in the comments. So you can access it there, or you can access it in the details of this video, wherever it's posted. All right. Beautiful. Shout out to our first $42. And let me tell you a little bit about what Rochelle is going to be popping on later and talking about. So later this evening, 7 p.m., Rochelle Sanchez, who is the co-owner of Destination Elevated Resorts, is going to be getting on and talking to you all a little bit about the regenerative agriculture that we would like to implement into this project. We are all about sustainability. We are all about keeping Mother Nature intact, living in harmony with Mother Nature as best we can. We are, in fact, nature and part of it. So she's going to be getting on in the evenings and sharing with you, again, our vision around that. That's more her thing, not mine whatsoever. Rochelle is a cannabis cultivator for, I want to say, over 8 years now. I'm probably undercutting her, honestly. She's out cultivating right now, which is why she can't be here with me. But whenever she gets off, she's going to hop on and, again, just share some of her plant knowledge with you, and then also get into, our mission to embark in regenerative agriculture with, what we decide to grow on the land there. So that's going to be super exciting if you're into that, a little extra flavor, not just me telling you about the resort. We're going to bring you some little, tidbits from what we're doing and, maybe why you should be doing it too. But thank everyone. I just want to thank everyone who was able to contribute today. Hopefully you can share this. Again, we're going to be hopping on later as well. Share the links. Let your friends and family know. We're going to be hopping on later, and hopefully, you will too. We are, again, excited to interface with some of the early contributors, our flame keepers, and then also some of the new folk who have illustrated a huge interest in what we're doing here. And if you have any tips, if you would like to support what we're doing in any way, even if it's by just sharing this to your mailing list, again, like those are all forms of love to us. So share a contribution. It's all love. So we definitely appreciate that. And I appreciate you being here with me. Again, we're hopping on every single day. We're committed. All right. We have, what is this? 20 days. This is day 1. day one. Then we have 19 more days, 19 more nights. We're doing 420 to 420. We need 420 contributors to contribute just $42 by 420. Simple goals. Let's do this together, y'all. I have faith in you. I have faith in us that we're going to be able to pull this off together. But yes, we will be diving into, especially for investors, or for potential investors, I should say, what that structure is going to look like. We'll actually be scheduling in more detailed info sessions for that as well. So if you're interested in getting involved on a deeper level, definitely hit us up, destinationelevatedtravel@gmail.com. Even if you just, where's the streaming? LinkedIn, YouTube, just send me a message. I'll get back to you. But we can hop on a call ASAP. We're moving very fast with this one because we have an anticipated closing date in mind. And once we have our investors, we have our investors. So don't be late to the game. That's all I got to say. But you guys have been wonderful. Again, please check us out on Destination Elevated Resorts. Find out a little bit more about what the project's about. We do have some information, again, in the details of this video. So feel free to read through that. Again, I invite you to be one of our early contributors at the $42 level. And at the $420 level, you get a membership. So that's super dope. And that membership comes with a stay. So yeah, I'm excited to see what 420 donations or contributions we got in, because y'all are going to be staying with us very soon. Like, what? I feel like I'm going to have to hit you up just to chat. We're family now, basically. But again, we sincerely appreciate y'all. Make sure you pop on later tonight at 7 with Rochelle Sanchez. She's going to be talking about, again, the regenerative farming. And yeah, we hope to, in addition to the amazing talent we already have involved with this acquisition, we hope to bring in more amazing talent. There are some people that I want to work with on this to bring in, again, our wellness programming, to bring in our farming programs as well. So yeah, it's going to be a beautiful year, a beautiful 2026. I invite y'all, if you can't contribute today, I invite y'all to just manifest this journey with us. Any way you can, put that magic out there. Because this year, what's this? March, April, May, June, 3 months. Right after my 40th birthday, 3 months. We're going to be in upstate New York having this conversation like this, right? But at this point, y'all are going to be founders, members. We're going to be talking, discussing about what's to come. That's where my mind is right now. So I can't wait again to interface with y'all 3 months from now, so we can talk about the year, talk about what's to come in 2026, 2027, and just for the future in general. So again, thank you so much for being here. I'll be seeing y'all later. Like, y'all gonna get to know me. Everyone take care.